My name is Joe Raphael. I'm a lecturer in drama education at Deakin University in Australia, and I'm also the president of Drama Australia. I was a child and I was in a dance school that also had some drama. So from a very early age I learned to love to perform. But as I grew up and went to university to study theatre, I became interested in drama for learning and became a teacher. And I've spent my whole life really teaching drama and teaching teachers to teach drama and working in all sorts of community contexts with people. Drama is such an important art form because of the way it's so social, brings people together. I think that I really enjoy working. I find that often the experience is transformative. A lot of the work I do are with people who are disadvantaged or have disability, and for some of them they're quite socially isolated. But through drama and theatre, they're able to have a voice in the world, create theatre that presents their ideas, and be engaged with other people, and just to be more out there in the world and be part of the community. So it's an incredibly transformative art form. And I just enjoy working in it myself. I enjoy the experience of it, but working with others to also enable them to have better lives. Really, drama is all about well-being and about learning to live in this world. Well, Australia is one of the few countries in the world where drama is actually mandated in the curriculum. So every child has the right to drama as part of their school experience. In primary, they experience all of the art forms, and in secondary, they can experience them all in their early years of secondary education and then make choices. So I think it's quite a strong subject area in Australia, and it's part of the curriculum, but it's also extracurricular. So there's a whole lot of opportunities for young people to be engaged in performances such as musicals and school plays and festival events and so on. There's theatre and then there's drama, and there's quite a lot of overlap. In the drama work that I do, I'm drawing upon theatre conventions all the time. And in theatre, there's lots of play and improvisation, and often we create theatre based on process dramas, so it's working across that continuum. So they are separate and different, but they're also very much overlapping, and we move constantly across that continuum between the two things. I was invited, and I was very honoured to be invited to talk about my recent work. I think these events are just wonderful for bringing people together to share stories, to share practice, to share experiences. And as I've just seen this morning, watching performances and even the presentations that are going on in the theatre right now as we speak are engaging the audience in drama and theatre as they're sitting there in this large auditorium. So it's exciting to see the ways that drama and theatre is bringing people together. I think that drama and theatre has a lot to offer to the challenges we face in current times. We live in unprecedented times. It's the fourth industrial revolution when technologies are just changing the world. We have artificial intelligence, global warming and climate change, and the sixth mass extinction of species. We've just come through a global pandemic. There's a whole lot of issues going on in the world, and I think drama actually has a really important part to play in education in responding to some of these challenges because of the ways that it helps young people to understand and explore the problems, because of the ways it helps young people to play out perspectives on these complex issues, and especially because it helps them to imagine alternative futures. And once they start to imagine alternative futures, they can start to think about the steps that they need to take to realise them. I think there's a big job to do globally around the preparation of teachers to engage with drama as a pedagogical approach. It's not something that you can read about from a book and implement. You need to actually have practical experiences of it. Since I've been here in China, just watching the TV in my hotel room, I saw a program, the likes of which I've not seen in Australia, which is where teachers are actually in a reality TV program teaching on television. And there seems to be a panel. The panel is kind of assessing the teaching, and the teachers are vying against one another in a kind of competition to see who can be the best teacher. And when I watch this, I see the teacher standing in front or moving amongst rows of students who are very attentive, and they're sitting there and they're absorbing knowledge from the teacher in a kind of transference of information model. I first came to China in 1986. It was a very long time ago. I was a young teacher, and China had first opened its doors to independent travellers. And so I've come again for the first time since then to a really new China, and I am really excited to see how enthusiastic Chinese educators are for drama and theatre in schools. And it reminds me of some things that I've taken for granted, perhaps in my own context in Australia, and it makes me excited again. So being here is as much for me to learn, to get excited about drama again, and just to share ideas with colleagues. It's a very great opportunity. Yeah, it is. It's interesting to come back after that time, and exciting to see the changes, really.